Well, it's coming down hard in here. I don't think I've ever seen this type of storm inside the Beverly Hills office. Wow. Actually, speaking of storms, you ever see that movie, The Perfect Storm, where there's multiple storms going on that all converge in one area at one time for the perfect storm? You see, I have a theory right now that we're in the middle with the Body by Vi Challenge in Visalus of the perfect storm. You see, here's my theory, and you guys can track with me here. There have been 3 massive undercurrents brewing over the last few decades. I mean undercurrents and trends you've seen build everywhere. And you can test me. I bet in your local market, in your local state, you can relate with these 3 massive undercurrents. Massive undercurrent number 1. We need to change the way we eat. Would you agree with me on that one? We as a nation, we as a world, we need to change the way we eat. Do you realize that obesity is of epidemic proportions right now? The Center for Disease Control did a statistic a few months ago where the number of states in the U.S., where at least 30% of the state being clinically obese, the number of states has tripled in the last 2 years. The number of states has tripled. Matter of fact, there was just a study released last week by Harvard. Brand new study. Everybody had said, you know what? As a nation, we won't get above 32, 34% obesity. Harvard study just got released where they're saying obesity will continue to rise until 42% of the population is clinically obese. You know what? They said friends and family are the number one reason. The bigger our friends get, the bigger our family get, the more that passes on us. Guys, it is scary. And you know what? It's not only relating to adults, this is also affecting who? Our kids. Do you realize this is the first generation where our children are expected to have a lower life expectancy than the previous? The first time in the human species. Guys, I'm telling you, things need to change. We need to change the way we eat. This is a trend. It's not new news. You know this. You've seen this. It's been brewing for a long time. But I'm telling you, it's a tipping point. The storm is coming. The trend is brewing. When you see Hollywood start jumping into something, The Biggest Loser, Celebrity Fit Nation, right? All these shows all over the place about obesity. When you see politics start jumping in, what's Michelle Obama, the most powerful woman in our country, running around talking about right now? Childhood obesity. I'm telling you, it's an undercurrent that's about to hit a tipping point because of need. We need to change, guys. We're literally eating ourselves to death. Undercurrent number 1. Undercurrent number 2. Not news to you either. The economy. I know. We've heard about this the last 2 years. We're kind of sick of it. But track with me here. People keep telling me, oh, Blake, we've turned the corner. Economy's improving, right? All the politicians keep saying this, guys. Understand, it's still a big issue. Unemployment is still through the roof. And here's the reality. Put your business hat on for a second. If you were all these main American companies that survived, and all of a sudden your dollars start coming in, are you immediately going to replace all those jobs that you let go? Are you? You've been struggling for years. Are you immediately going to put all those people back in those same seats? The answer is no. What's happening in America right now is companies are trying to do more with less. And that's why you watching this, are feeling like you're working twice as many hours for half the pay. We're stressed out. We're overmaxed, guys. It is a problem. And the reality is, it's going to be a while before it fixes itself. Companies are going to continue to try to stretch. And, the reality is, let's talk about it. When they replace jobs, who are they going to replace the jobs with? Are jobs being replaced by people in the U.S. or are jobs being replaced? Yes. Outsourcing. People tell me, oh, you know what? We went through this in the Great Depression. Guys, we've never been in a situation like today. We live in a global economy. Outsourcing is where jobs are going out, what happens to Americans that are out of jobs? And you know what? A lot of jobs aren't even getting replaced by people. They're getting replaced by what? Technology. Again, a new element when it comes to today. So my question to you is, people still need to live. People still need income coming to the household. Job market's not fixing. What are people going to do? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship will be a massive trend, a massive undercurrent out of necessity. But there's one more layer to this. All these business ideas are banks giving small business loans. Do people have credit on their credit cards? You guys, a whole new dynamic going on. So correct me if I'm wrong. Track with me here. I believe there's a massive influx of people that are going to be looking for entrepreneurial vehicles that they can get started with the resources they have, the capital they have, and the knowledge and talent they have. Something simple, something low cost, something like a home-based business. My crystal ball, my magic 8 ball says the home-based business industry is about to go through the roof over the next couple years. Undercurrent number 2, economy fueling the home-based business industry. Undercurrent number 3. And I know you're probably watching this on Facebook or YouTube or something right now, which ties nicely to undercurrent number 3, technology. And more specifically, how technology is making social recommendation, you heard that right, social recommendation a way of life today. Do you guys realize when I'm watching the news, our newscasters are getting their news real time through people's tweets on Twitter? I mean, you think about it, when I want to see a movie, I'm not pulling up the paper reviews anymore. I'm looking on my Facebook wall and seeing what people are talking about. Because we live in a day and age where we rely more today on the recommendations of our friends and our peers, social recommendation, than ever before. Guys, social recommendation is a way of life. Trend number 3. There you guys have it, guys, a perfect storm. The need to change the way we eat. The economy fueling a home-based business boom, matching a way of life where social recommendation is the way people are living their lives every single day. You guys call me crazy, but I see a perfect storm coming. Call me crazy. And I look a little crazy right now, but call me crazy, okay? The company that positions themselves ahead of those 3 emerging trends, the company that puts himself in the middle of that perfect storm, that company has the best shot at being the next billion-dollar company. Call me crazy, everybody, but I think that company is Visalus.